Hey, I'm Rochelle. I'm the beauty and the comedic relief.
And I'm Bridget, the brains of the operation.
Come with us across Alberta where we show you some of the best people and places.
There might be some mess-ups and dumb jokes along the way, but we promise it'll be a lot of fun.
Hey, squad.
Ew! That was so bad. It's fine. We're rolling with it. We are here at
This
Koolios.
is the treatment I get, just for the record. This is why I don't bring new ideas forward.
Let's keep it that way. We are here at Koolios and Ace of War.
Koolios is ice cream, Ace of Wars. Actually, I don't know if I can hold a fake gun. Laser tag. It's laser tag.
It wasn't a gun, it was a laser tag thingy.
Meow, meow, meow.
You should edit in. Stop it. Just with the white background.
We're ready for some tactical laser tag.
Yes, we are.
I'm ready to win.
Well, stay ready because that's not happening. I'm actually like insanely good at laser tag. Anyone out there, if you think you could beat me, you can't.
If you think
You're
you can,
wrong.
give her a follow. DM her. Challenge her, please. I'll come. I'll ref.
That's so funny. We have a show that's just about people trying to beat me in laser tag. It's gonna be a hot minute. I'm gonna be like 85 because no one can beat me.
So yeah, laser tag and rolled ice cream.
Yum.
Yum. We've rolled ice cream in Edmonton. A couple different spots, actually. I don't know how many there are in Grande Prairie.
I know. No, this is the only one, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, see?
Yeah, I think they
Only
brought
rolled
rolled
ice cream
ice
in
cream
Grande Prairie.
to Grande Prairie.
Well, yeah, you
To
can
the
bring
GP.
something to a city, but that doesn't mean you're the only one. Like, hypothetically, someone could have created a rolled ice cream business after them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't think they have.
Oh, so they're like
From my
freshly-
research, I could be completely wrong. If you do rolled ice cream,
Sorry,
Yeah.
we didn't know that you did.
we couldn't find you.
But you know who does? Koolios!
Woo! Let's try it out!
Let's go!
My name's Hannah Dixon.
And can you tell us a bit about yourself?
I am 17. I grew up in Alberta with my mom and my dad and my two brothers. And then I moved here about 5 years ago, and I've been like planning for my future since I moved here. Just excited to get out of here. So I'm going to be moving to Japan after I graduate next summer, just for a couple of years. And then I'm coming back to Edmonton to work on my 911 dispatching career.
That is insane because I just graduated from that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Do you know where you're going to go?
No idea.
I went to McEwen. It was pretty good. Doug, I had him as a shout out Doug. He was my professor. He was great.
Where's that one? Is that in Edmonton?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like downtown Edmonton, so it's like a good spot.
Okay.
I think, especially if you're going to like live on campus.
Yeah.
You're like right in the heart of it. It's great. And so why did you guys move here from Edson?
There was just no work for my dad down in Edson, so he wanted to find somewhere that would keep him busy.
For sure, yeah. And so how long has Ace of War been opened?
We've been open since January 12th, 2023.
Oh, wow. So you guys are fairly new.
Pretty new, yeah.
And I'm guessing you've been working the duration of the time you've been
since
open?
we opened, yeah. Mhm.
And do you know where the name Ace of War came from?
So the owner, Jonathan, he actually came up with Ace of, and then if we ever decide to open any other businesses, he wants to use that as like a brand name. So
Okay.
if they open like anything else, he can use Ace of, and they'll just know it's the same owners.
Oh, that's so cool. And what led you to like work here?
My mom saw a post on Facebook that these guys were hiring for like the opening.
Yeah.
And she told my brother that he should work here because he had no job, even though I already had a job. And I was like, oh, you should send in my resume too. And she did, but I didn't realize it. And I woke up the next morning from a phone call from these guys, and they wanted me to come in for an interview like the next hour. So I went in and I did the interview, and they were like, we'll call you like within the next 2 days and let you know. And as soon as I got home, I got a phone call, and they wanted to hire me.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
It was exciting.
And what sets Ace of War apart from other laser tag?
It is a much more tactical laser tag than you expect, so it's a lot more, I don't want to say realistic, but it is. It's based off of real-life Call of Duty.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Everything's more high-tech. You get to make your own avatar, too, so you can track your points and your score as you go. You can see the guns and the new things you unlock as you keep playing the game, too.
That is so cool.
It
and
is.
so that sounds like a lot of fun. Are you ever tempted to join the games while working here?
Always. If there is an uneven amount of players, I'm always like, I can join in if you want me to.
And you're allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Oh
The
my
managers
goodness.
actually want me to do that.
That is so fun.
Oh, yeah.
And are the lasers like different colors, like depending on the teams, or?
Yeah, so we have a red team and a blue team, so it'll just make the side of your headbands light up on what color team you are, but it doesn't affect the actual gameplay. It only lights up when you're dead, and you can't be shot when you're dead, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really affect anything.
And what should people expect when coming here?
Friendly faces,
Yeah.
definitely for sure. We try to have really good customer service too, and I think they should just like be excited to come here. And the guns, those ones, they're like once you see them, they're pretty cool. So most people are just excited to see those.
Yeah, I loved laser tag. Bridget has been like when she was like a child. But I love going to laser tag. I think it's so much fun. So I'm
It
super
is.
excited when I saw this was here. I'm like, we need to interview them. That's so cool. And is there just one type of weapon that people use, or is there like different types or like different looking ones?
So we have two different guns. There's a lighter one and the heavier one, but that's just how they look. So like as you level up and stuff, they
Yeah.
are programmed differently. So you can have like a standard battle rifle, and there's like grenade launchers, nukes, like a whole bunch of different kinds of guns. We only have two physical ones, but the programming in all of them, I think there's like over 65 of them, I think.
That is so cool. So how does like one level up? Like do you need to get a certain like ranking at each game?
Just points, pretty much. So it's
Okay.
for some people they'll level up in their first game, and some people it takes them like 3 or 4 games, depending on how many points you got and how fast you accumulated those points.
And so how many points do you need to like level up?
I have no idea.
Just a lot.
A lot, yeah.
And do you have any tips for people coming in, maybe to get those points?
Always be moving. Laser tag is a game of movement. If you stay in one spot, you're not going to get points like at all. You got to just be moving constantly. It makes you a harder target to hit, and you're seeing more of the arena, and you're finding more people who might be staying still.
Yeah.
Yeah, just gives you a better shot at winning.
And so is there a lot of like jumping and running and crawling, that kind of aspect? Like should someone wear jeans or like maybe sweatpants, leggings?
I would say like shorts, because it is really hot. Like we keep paper towels in there for people to like dab off their foreheads
Oh,
and
wow.
stuff. Yeah, but it is a lot of moving. I think some people like to like army crawl on the ground. I wouldn't, but some people do.
Yeah, they like to get into the game.
Yeah, yes.
And what would you say the hardest part of your job is?
Trying to make sure that everyone leaves happy, because there's some issues with the guns sometimes, and people get upset about that. Or someone will come in and we just started a game, and that's a 25-minute wait for the next game, so they get upset about that. So we try to make sure everybody leaves happy, but it's hard because there's so many things that could go wrong with the equipment or wait times, stuff like that.
100%. And so are all your games 25 minutes, or are there longer ones?
25 minutes.
Just
Most
flat.
of the groups do 2 games, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like it's
Kinda
a long
back to back.
time.
Yeah. And what would you say the best part of your job is?
Like all of it. I don't know. I come here on my days off just because I like being here. Like,
Yeah.
it's great. Everyone's so positive and so nice, and like even the customers, like everyone's just so nice all the time. It's a happy place to be.
Yeah, 100%. When we walked in, before you guys knew who we were, you guys were so nice and so welcoming. I'm like, oh my goodness. And can you speak about your partnership with Koolios a bit?
Oh my god. It's my favorite. There's sometimes when they're just like messing around making ice creams, and I get the ice creams, and it's like the best. And it was so cool watching Maya like think about her business and then actually like watch it come to life
Yeah.
for her. It was so cool to watch it.
That's amazing. And do you have a favorite treat/flavor at Koolios?
That one's hard because every time I go back there, I'm like, just make me something new. And then they get a chance to experiment with a whole bunch of new stuff.
Yeah.
But like if I had to pick one, I think it would be their salted caramel one, but like with strawberries added into it.
Oh,
It's good.
that sounds delicious.
It is.
And if you had to describe Ace of War in 3 words, what would they be and why?
Oh, challenging, tactical, and it's good for like group bonding.
Yeah, so like maybe like a company can bring their
Yeah, I came in earlier today for a private session for a company.
Oh my goodness, so you guys do private sessions.
Yes.
And so can you guys kind of speak to how that looks like? Like how do you kind of book the place out?
So they would have to phone and book us. Most of them like to ask if they can come in before we open, just
Yeah.
so it's more peaceful and it's easier to run a private session if there's not walk-ins and stuff coming in.
For sure.
So they just call and I double check with my manager and make sure it's okay that we open early for them. And then they just come on in and we do the waivers and they make their avatars and then we just get them playing.
So how long does like that process take usually, like the waivers and making your avatar?
Well, it depends, because some people it takes like 10 minutes to do the waiver. Other people can do it in like 2 minutes.
Yeah. And for someone who doesn't really know what like tactical means, like can you kind of describe that a bit and what it looks like?
Maybe. It's just a lot more like you actually have to like try. You have to put in a lot more effort than like I know some laser tags you can shoot like anywhere on the body and it's just gonna kill them.
Yeah.
This one you have to aim. You have to aim for their head or aim for their gun. So it's a lot more like you have to strategize for it.
Yeah, for sure. And so what are the spots that you need to aim for? Because you said your head and then your gun, I think you said.
You're going to aim for the head or the gun, or like if you're holding your gun like down lower, it can do your chest. It just does different damage in every area. So I recommend aiming for the head. It'll do more damage.
Yeah.
You'll probably get more points aiming for the head, but really anywhere.
So if someone gets shot in the gun, is it like a percentage that goes down, or do they still die like once they get shot there?
Okay, so if it's like your first time, you're going to start off with some pretty basic guns. So it's never going to be a one-shot kill for your first time.
Okay.
It'll be like 3 or more, and it just lowers your health. So on the side of all the guns, there's a little bar that shows your health. So if you shoot the gun, it gets rid of like 1 or 2 of those dots. Where if you shoot the head, it gets rid of half of them.
That is so cool.
Oh, yeah.
And so you mentioned that you will open earlier for private events. What time do you guys usually open?
For weekdays, we open at 4, and then Saturdays and Sundays, we open at 11.
And then what time do you guys close?
Weekdays, we close at 9, except for Fridays. Then we close at 11. We also close at 11 on Saturdays, and then 8 on Sundays.
Okay. And what is something you wish people knew about Ace of War?
I wish they knew how much like hard work and like dedication that the owners put into it. They built the whole arena from top to bottom. They did it. Just the owner and his family built it.
Oh my
goodness! It took them, I think, like 3 or 4 months to do it.
That is insane.
I know.
And outside of Ace of War, what do you like to do?
Sleep. I love sleeping. Yeah. And then I like to go shopping. I like just fun original things. So like thrifting is good.
Oh, love thrifting.
Because they have like a whole bunch of crazy things. And I like going to concerts with my mom.
For sure. Who's your favorite artist?
Well, right now it's Fifi Dobson, just because I'm going to her concert. So now I'm like
that
super
is so cool.
excited. I know.
Yeah.
I got VIP tickets too.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Can't wait.
And then kind of going back to the beginning of the interview, you said you're going to Japan. Why are you going there?
I don't know. I've just always loved Japan. Like since I was a little kid, I'm like I'm going there one day.
Yeah.
And I've never really had a reason why. I like the pink blossomy trees. I don't know what they're called.
Oh yeah, like cherry blossoms.
Cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
So
pretty.
Those are they're beautiful.
That's so fun. And then kind of going back to Grande Prairie, what's your favorite thing about living in Grande Prairie?
I like all the like local and small businesses. Like half of our like downtown Main Street, it is all locally owned or small businesses or families that just thought of an idea and came up with it. Like they actually did it. That's what I like. I like all the small businesses around.
Yeah, they're great. And everyone's super nice here and like
Oh, yeah.
welcoming. It's great. And then the last question I have for you is, what is the best piece of advice you've received throughout your life?
Like my whole life, my mom is like every time I leave the house or if I go out with friends, like all the time, she always tells me to always know my worth, and I live by that.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Yeah, of course, thank you. You're on the red team, so we're gonna head straight down the hall, and she's gonna head to the left. Yeah,
Okay.
to the left.
All right. Here goes nothing. I'll come with you.
Wow.
Rochelle, where'd you go?
She killed us both. Get this. This is good. Oh, let me reload. If I could roll, I would.
This is so scary when you don't see anyone.
What? Oh, is she dead? It's all because of me.
Rochelle, you're like the least helpful.
No, I really am. I was exploring.
And over here is the vault. When you go into the vault, there's a secret button buried under the gold.
Oh, that's so sick.
And it actually opens up
Look, Bridget.
a secret door
Go through it.
into the hospital. Wow. I just hit my back.
This is so cool.
It's all bruised.
Oh.
It's all crazy. In the hospital. And then
I feel like I actually might do the exact same thing.
Spooky.
all I need to do is call you.
Ooh.
We normally have a creepy little girl that starts singing when you walk in there, but we turn it off for our little kids today.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's creepy. And like when you're closing alone,
Oh my goodness.
you forget about it.
I would
Play
cry.
all day.
I would literally cry.
Me and Hannah were closing alone when we walked through it. Never again.
You, Bridget, were my ears showing the whole time? You're so fake. They were peeking out of my headband. When did I die? So the question is, when did I not die?
Would you look at that, Rochelle? You did not win.
I just want to say, I had a camera attached to me the whole time, basically. So
So what, you
whatever.
don't work well under pressure?
I don't want to say that because of my job, but not this one.
My name is Maya. I'm the owner and founder of Koolios.
That's amazing. And can you tell us a bit about yourself?
I was born in Quebec, and I moved here when I was 4 years old with my family. And I pretty much grew up here in Grande Prairie. I graduated a year ago, and right after graduation, I decided to hop on a business plan for Koolios, as I knew entrepreneurship was what I wanted to pursue.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. And so what is Koolios?
Koolios is a rolled ice cream shop. So it's handcrafted ice cream, not like any other ice cream you would see. It starts off by pouring a liquid base onto a frozen flat top, and we chop all fresh ingredients into it to create the flavor of your ice cream.
Oh my goodness, that sounds delicious. And so how was it opening Koolios in Grande Prairie?
It was great. It was fairly easy, actually. I did have the help of my dad, who is Jonathan, the owner of Ace of War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my family does own a few businesses, so I've been introduced to businesses like my whole life. So yeah, it was fairly easy. I had saved up quite a bit of money throughout my high school years because I knew this is what I wanted to do. So yeah, it was pretty easy.
And so did you face any challenges when opening it?
Yes, I did.
one of them would definitely be at the beginning when I first opened up. I didn't expect Koolios to blow up, and I didn't expect it to be that busy. So I actually had no employees at all.
Wow.
Yeah, so the weekend, we opened May 13th, and that weekend it was just me and my family helping me out. And we had a lineup from the front all the way to outside, and it was crazy. And it was me and my little sister making ice creams from 11 a.m. all the way to 11 p.m.
Oh my
goodness. The whole entire day, nonstop. We made over 350 ice creams that day, and it was crazy. And after that day, I was like, what am I going to do? Because my family's going back to their work on Monday. So I have one day to figure out employees for the rest of the week. And luckily, the first employee I hired, she's now my supervisor. And yeah, so I was very lucky for that.
Yeah.
And now I have way more employees. So yeah.
That's great to hear. So what has been the most rewarding part of your job?
Definitely seeing people smile when they get their ice cream. Surely the kids too. They get so excited, and when they're watching us roll their ice cream and when we hand it out, just a smile on their face really makes me happy.
Yeah. And so do you have any advice for people wanting to open a business in Grande Prairie?
Yeah, definitely plan ahead, make a very good and stable business plan. And when working through it, there are going to be lots of challenges. So just be prepared for those challenges. And they're going to come in all shapes and forms that you wouldn't even expect. So you always have to expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
And yeah, just try to plan as much as possible. What I like to do is I have a daily planner, a weekly planner, and a monthly planner. So, and my daily planner always is added up every single day for like, this person didn't show up to work, or we ran out of this ingredient or something.
Yeah.
So I need to go to the store, or I need to take the place on the floor or something. So there's always those small challenges, but as long as you plan it all out, everything should work in your favor.
For sure. And kind of going back to when you first opened, you said you were open from 11 to 11. Are those still your hours, or do you have different?
Yeah, so on Saturday we open 11 till 11. On Sunday we're open 11 till 8. And the rest of the week we're open 4 till 11. Monday we're closed though.
Oh, nice little break for you.
Yeah.
And why did you want to bring like rolled ice cream and Koolios to Grande Prairie?
So to be honest, I went to like Edmonton and stuff, and I had also went to Florida, and me and my family always get rolled ice cream when we go there because it is delicious. And then I realized that Grande Prairie doesn't have one. It's missing out. So I decided to make it a reality over here.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. And what other types of treats do you have on your menu?
So we actually just recently came out with sundaes. We're calling them Cool Cups.
Oh, that's so cute.
Just for the people who want a smaller treat, and it's just soft serve. And we also have slushies and pop, but it's pretty much just rolled ice cream other than that. Yeah.
That's like your most popular.
Yeah, exactly.
And so what flavors of ice cream do you offer?
We offer so many different types of flavors. So there is, our most popular is the Cookie Monster, strawberry shortcake, banana split, and all that. You can also create your own if you'd like. And there's over 30 ingredients that you can choose from for your mix-ins, toppings, and your drizzles. So. Yeah.
And so what's in the Cookie Monster one?
In the Cookie Monster, so it's Oreo, whipped cream, more Oreos, and blue sprinkles and chocolate drizzle. So people, surely the kids, they love Oreos, so it makes sense.
That sounds delicious. I'm a big Oreo fan, so definitely need to try that out.
Yeah, maybe you should try it out after.
100%. And what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
My favorite, I'm pretty basic. So it's the banana split. Every time I make myself an ice cream, I do the banana split, but in different orders. So usually it has banana and graham in the mix-in with strawberry and whipped cream at the top. But sometimes I'll switch it up and put strawberries in the mix-in and then bananas on top and like switch it up every once in a while. But that's pretty much the only ice cream I
And then what is the craziest flavor of ice cream you've tried?
So actually, we do crazy ice creams on our TikTok often. Like, people will suggest some crazy flavor and we'll try it out.
Yeah.
One that was pretty crazy and not very tasty was a dill pickle chip ice cream.
Oh.
We had someone suggest that, and it was, I don't know, maybe some people like it, but it wasn't for me.
That doesn't sound too good.
Yeah, no.
And so how do you come up with your different like flavors or toppings?
So pretty much I have all my ingredients in front of me, and I test everything. I'll grab some strawberries, I'll grab some graham cracker, mix it, taste it, and I kind of just decide if that's what I want on my menu or not.
For sure. And so do you have any specific flavors out for the summer?
Yes, we do. We have our Mango Mania. So yeah, it is delicious. It's so refreshing. So I came out with it last month, and I do think that I'm going to be doing that annually for every summer because it's delicious and it's been a top seller too.
And so is it just mango ice cream or like what's in it?
So in it is chopped mangoes, and we also have a mango drizzle and more mangoes on top. So yeah.
That sounds delicious. So you kind of talked a bit about this, but how did your partner with Ace of Wars start? Like, how did you kind of go up to your family and be like, I want to start this?
Yeah, so pretty much it was actually my sister's idea. She was like, oh, I really want rolled ice cream in Grande Prairie. And I was like, okay, well, I've been knowing that I want to have a business, and I do love ice cream. So we're actually on our trip to Florida when me and my whole family sat down and we talked about it, and we're like, Maya, you want a business and you love ice cream, so why don't we do this? And we have the perfect spot for you, because before Koolios was open, it was just a little canteen with like slushies, hot dogs, and stuff like that. So they're like, we have the spot for you, and we can make an arrangement together for Koolios to become reality. So,
oh my goodness, that's amazing. And what's something you see in yourself that is reflected in Koolios?
Definitely the decor. So I'll show you out there afterwards.
For sure, yeah.
But so yeah, there's a lot of like flowers and stuff like that. Very pink. I love pink. And we also have a sticky note wall. So it's covered in sticky notes right now. I personally love art. So I wanted to forecast that into it by other people being able to show their art to the public. So there's so many sticky notes with different drawings and notes. It's really cute.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm excited to see that. And what is your favorite thing about living in Grande Prairie?
It's definitely, as Hannah said, the local businesses. There are so many local businesses in Grande Prairie, and we all partnership together, and we all kind of help each other in different ways by advertising for each other. For example, there's one local business who recently did a little activity for the citizens of Grande Prairie where they have a booklet and they look for Waldo all over town. Yeah, and we have a bunch of people come in every day to look for Waldo. And yeah, there's, I think, over 10 to 15 businesses that people go around. And yeah.
Oh, wow. That's adorable.
Exactly.
And then my last question for you is, what is the best piece of advice you've received throughout your life?
It's definitely from my parents. And they've always said, work hard for what you want. And in the end, it'll always come to you. So yeah, that's the biggest advice that I've always followed.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Thank you so much.
All right, so the first thing you do is grab your cream base, and you're going to put it on the frozen flat top. This sits at about minus 23 degrees. Then you want to put in any of the ingredients that you've decided for your mix-in. This will create the flavor of your ice cream. So this one's a salted caramel, so this powder is actually pretzel powder. This creates the saltiness of the ice cream. I'll actually add a tiny bit of caramel in there too, just for a bit of flavor. So as you mix it, it actually turns into ice cream. you have to mix it and chop it, and as you can see over here, it is turning into ice cream. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's so cold. Like if you were to touch this flat top, you'd probably freeze your finger off. It's very cold.
Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You just want to flatten it into a perfect square. Doesn't need to be perfect. But
Okay. It's good because I'm like, it's not going to.
yeah. It definitely takes practice. Most people are able to do it on their first try, but definitely not perfect. What you want to do is the stuff that's here, you're just going to like press it into it.
Okay.
And then see how it's like that? You're going to go like that
Okay.
and just like scoop it off. All right.
It looks harder than it looks, but it's really simple.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. All right.
I'm like, I actually might ruin it.
Yeah. So the salted caramel actually comes with more pretzels on it, and then some caramel to add that sugar flavor. And we actually just recently started doing this, but we make a line like this. It just makes the edges cleaner for the rolls.
Okay.
So you don't have to do this part. But
Okay.
yeah. And usually we wait a few seconds for it to sit down a little bit, and then you're good to roll it. So all you do is that. You want to go at a tiny bit of an angle to make it a little tower look.
Okay.
So excited. Yeah.
Listen.
All right, perfect.
I feel like I'm 17 back at Dairy Queen. Truthfully. In my element.
You're good to start.
Okay.
I'll put the cookies down for you.
Look at that pour.
Ooh.
Such a good pour.
So I'll put these cookies down. So just chop, chop, chop. Yeah. Oh yeah. She got it.
I learned from the best.
Oh yeah. You're actually doing great.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
Perfect. You can also use your other one on the left to...
I'm not that ambidextrous yet. It's like weird to use the other one, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely need to get used to it to use both hands.
Got ice cream everywhere.
And it actually hardens faster if you want to flatten it a tiny bit, like do a little circle. Yeah, just like that, and then it'll be way easier. Now let's see that perfect square. Okay, it will need to be bigger than that. A square,
I'm trying my hardest. Okay.
Beautiful. So, out of 10, is this easier or harder than you thought?
Harder. I thought this part was going to be the easiest, to be honest. Definitely overestimated that.
We all failed geometry in school.
Didn't even take geometry.
It's literally a unit in math, Rochelle.
Didn't take math. Just kidding. Is that a good size?
Yeah.
I think you made 4.
Yeah, you need 4. So,
One will just be, 3 will just be small. It's
yeah,
fine.
one will be a little small. So when you're rolling, you don't want the side of your blade to pass this line. Does that make sense? Or else you'll
Kind of.
make like a weird noodle ice cream.
I'm going to make a noodle ice cream. I know it. Can I start rolling now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you might want to go more at an angle.
Like this?
Yeah.
Oh, this is hard. You guys make it look so easy.
Yeah, you're doing great. That tower is beautiful.
Thank you so much. If only it wasn't a little small one, but that's fine.
Oh, that's beautiful. Here,
Not
I'll
small,
move
it's
this over.
average.
Thank you. Thanks, Bridget.
And also the hardness of the ice cream also depends on how long you leave it on the flat top.
Yeah.
So if you leave it for not long enough, the ice cream will be super sloppy and melt very easily,
Yeah.
which makes it less rich. The longer you wait, the more thick of the consistency will be and it'll be better.
Yeah.
If you wait for too long, it'll start crumbling a little bit when you try to
Oh,
roll it
yeah.
too. So you really need to wait like the perfect amount for it to make the perfect rolls.
Oh, perfect amount.
All right, so
What
if you'd
can I
like,
think?
you got your cup here,
Perfect.
your tongs here,
Thank
and
you.
you can just put them in there. By the end, you will have to push some back so that
Yeah.
they all fit.
Oh, let me go like this
And
for you.
yeah, and then the little one, you can just squish it down at the bottom.
Okay.
Your poor ice cream.
Listen. I'm trying my best. This is doing so well.
Okay. It was doing so
We're
well.
covering it.
Oh, I just squished the cup.
Yeah, I kind of got confused.
That is beautiful. It's okay. We can hide it with decor. Okay. So we'll secretly add whipped cream here, just the brand.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
All right. Right now, if you'd like to grab a bit of sprinkles, put some sprinkles on there.
Bridget, can you see?
Perfect. And then we're gonna grab some gummy bears here. We can put that on there so if they fall. And then just grab this tong and add a few gummy bears on there.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay. We're doing 4 egg. Okay.
You
There we
can add
go.
as many as you want. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect. And then the last step is you're gonna grab one of these and just gently put it on top. Oh wow!
Look at that.
That is beautiful.
I'm trying to find a good angle, but I don't think there is one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hey everyone.
Hello, everyone. Oh, it's
We
so
just
bright.
finished up. It is, but like I think the lighting's good. But I also am like dying of heat. So we just finished up at Ace of War and Koolios. Yummy.
If you were watching
You're
it,
coming home with
you
me.
saw me. You saw me completely destroy this. Oh no. My thing was covering it.
Oh. Oh my gosh, so yummy.
Want a gummy bear?
I'm okay, thank you. Do you want to try salted caramel? It's
okay.
salty and caramelly.
Really?
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
So, the amazing Maya made my ice cream, and Rochelle made hers. They're both a little melted now. They both looked amazing to start.
They're so good though. Mm-hmm. Really good. They were so sweet.
They were super duper amazing and sweet.
Also, I'm a big laser tag fan. Kind of ran my mouth a bit. I'm just gonna blame it on I was wearing jeans, so I couldn't fully. I was gonna tuck and roll most of the time, but I couldn't. I had like something in my eye too.
Sorry.
Ew! You spit that?
No, I flicked it up the spoon.
But it was a lot of fun. There's a maze, which we didn't get to go into because there was people waiting, and we're like, we'll let them go have their fun because we were having fun.
I think I half walked through it, to be honest, before
How
you
was
guys
it?
came in. It was good. It was really cool. It was a really cool environment, and I feel like it'd be really fun for a game of whatever it's called, laser tag.
Laser tag.
Sorry. Yeah, very fun for a game of laser tag. This ice cream's amazing. Wow, this is like the perfect date night friend hangout end of our trip, because it is the end of our trip. I don't know if it'll be our last video, but it's kind of like the run down end of our trip. There was a wasp everywhere.
Okay.
I almost
Perfect.
died. Anyway, I'm gonna shut this bad boy off, but cheers to a great end to the summer.
Oh, hello everyone. Welcome back.
Good morning, guys and girls and all.
We're in new outfits, which means it's a new day. We're here at the Sand Zone. And yeah, it's going to be a good interview.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. The Sand Zone is like an indoor sand park type thing, so super excited. Channeling our inner kids.
Yeah, I haven't played in the sandbox in a hot minute, so I'm ready for this. Hopefully she allows it.
Okay, let's go check it out.
So we're just going to start off with your name.
Kara Anderson.
And can you tell us a bit about yourself?
I've been a nurse for about 30 years. I have 3 teenagers and a husband and a dog and 2 cats. And we've been living in Grande Prairie for probably just over 20 some years. I grew up locally out in Worsley, took my nursing in Grande Prairie. Way back when I took it, they only had a diploma program, so I finished my bachelor's in 2004 and started work in the Emerge department. So I've been in the Emerge department since 2000, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then had a crazy idea to start a business in 2018. So we bought the old Pards riding arena, filled it with sand and toys, and started an indoor play place.
That's amazing. So before we get into the Sand Zone, I love dogs. What kind of dog do you have?
She's kind of a rescue mutt. Just, we don't even know what kind she is.
Oh, that's adorable. And so how long has the Sand Zone been open?
We opened July of 2019.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we actually have a birthday party coming up this month.
Oh, that's exciting.
Parties are fun.
And what was the inspiration behind the Sand Zone?
Well, I think when my kids were little, I just didn't have enough places to keep them entertained, especially in the winter. Winters are long.
Yeah.
By the time I would get them all dressed up in their outside stuff, one of them was ready to come inside already or had to pee. So just not enough options. So we were looking for somewhere for indoor beach volleyball, but the ceilings weren't high enough in here. So I was like, well, we could put sand and toys in here and it would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful space. And were there any challenges you faced when first opening?
Oh, just all the logistics of starting a business, like rezoning and paperwork and inspections and lots of things that I didn't even think of when I thought that business owning would be so much fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. That's one thing I've noticed, like doing these interviews. They're like, oh, it's just hard. I need to do this, this, and this, and all this paperwork.
Yes.
Like,
so many barriers.
yeah,
Yes.
definitely something I could do. I admire that you're able to do that. I don't think I could. And what is the most rewarding part of your job?
I think playing with the kids, watching the kids come in and they all seem to run amok for a bit, and then it's funny, they settle into a project and all of a sudden they're just totally involved in it and yeah, lots of projects.
Yeah. And do you have any advice for people wanting to own a business or open a business in Alberta?
Well, I think because my background is nursing and not business, I think I probably should have taken a few business courses before I started thinking I could run a business.
And is there a certain age group you cater to?
Probably 10 and under has most fun here. Some of the older teenagers get right into it too. And then our beach volleyball is more the older teens and young adults.
Yeah. And then you said you were getting a nursery, or you're building a nursery.
Oh, yes,
What about
we're
that?
adding a daycare space to our building just because there's such a big need in town.
Yeah.
And my dad's back there building right now.
Your dad's working on it?
Yeah.
Aww.
So dad's, he's a jack of all trades, farmer, carpenter, welder, does all the things. So he's here helping me create our daycare space, and we're hoping we can get open this summer yet.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And what type of activities are available in the Sand Zone?
So we have birthday parties, we have summer camps that run all summer long, we'll have a daycare space. We've got zoned last fall for some RV parking and garden plots. So hopefully next spring we'll be able to have our garden plots ready for rental and maybe do a co-op or community garden kind of idea. And yeah, so beach volleyball, sandy play.
There's a lot happening here. And so for birthday parties, what does that kind of look like? What do the kids' activities look like? How long in advance do you need to give?
Oh, usually I have a sign up online so they can check the availability of the date they want. They sign up. And then just our package includes unlimited playtime, about 2 hours in the party space, and then we also provide 2 pizzas and 15 juice boxes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then pretty much it's just sandy play, and then if parents want other activities, they bring their stuff.
Okay, perfect. So you can bring stuff here to kind of
Oh,
toys
we've
and
had,
different stuff like
treasure
that.
hunts and
That's
there's
so
always,
fun.
There's always gems in the sand. If kids find a gem, then they get to trade it in for a treat at the end of their visit.
Oh, that is so cute. And so kind of to the beach volleyball. So you're reading a bit about it online. Do you need to make a team before coming into play?
Well, for the summer right now, we just have drop-in whenever you feel like coming, and we're hoping to get some leagues started up this fall.
Oh, that's exciting. Would that be
Yeah.
the first time you guys are kind of doing the leagues?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so what does that kind of look like? How's the behind the scenes of that?
Oh, a lot of learning.
Yeah.
Looking for a coach. If there's any coaches
Any coaches out there? Wink, wink.
wanting to play.
And what are your hours of operation?
Right now, we are open from 9 to 7 on Sunday through Wednesday, and 9 to 9 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you can just drop your kids off and kind of leave, right? So it's like for parents if they're working.
No, for the daycare it'll be that, or for our summer camps. But if people are just dropping in to play in the sand, then they need to stay and keep an eye on their kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you kind of mentioned this before, but is there any toys or equipment that you don't want people bringing? Because I know you said people can bring.
Oh, so we don't allow food in the sand. Anything sharp or pokey that'll get in the sand. They can't do treasure hunts with anything that'll poke the kids' feet, because lots of the kids like to run in bare feet in our sand. But yeah, other than that, and if they have lots of balloons, we just ask that they clean up any popped balloons.
Yeah.
We try not to have any confetti in the sand. Nothing that little kids might eat.
Yeah. Okay. And you mentioned this before, but your summer camps, how long do they go on for?
Oh, so we run them week-long summer camps all summer long. And then we have either full-day or half-day options, and we have single-day options. They can come for just drop-in half-day, drop-in full-day, as long as we just ask they check beforehand just to make sure that we have staff to cover them.
For sure. And how many people or how many kids are usually allowed in your camps, or do you like having?
We can have up to 20 with the staff that we have.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of kids. Must be really busy in here. And what can parents expect from camps?
Oh, we keep the kids busy. We have activities that we do in here, and then we go over in our volleyball building and we do freeze dance and soccer and
that's so fun.
volleyball. We use lots of playing with balloons. You know, when you keep the balloon in the air.
I love that game.
Or they've been filling all the balloons with sand to make sandy stress balls.
Oh,
because kids are very stressed.
Of course, why wouldn't they be?
So much kid stress. Yeah, and then we do tons of arts and crafts. Every Friday we do hot dogs and marshmallow roasts, s'mores.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, and then we do scavenger hunts outside and nature walks, run around, catch bugs, look at them with our little bug viewers. Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun. You definitely keep them entertained. Definitely probably tired by the end of the day. And are there things that people should bring to make their experience better?
A spare set of clothes. Just so we have water tables, and lots of the kids get soaked and sandy and not good clothes. No princess dresses.
And so this is a pretty large sand pit. Do you know like the measurements of it, or?
Yeah, so it's about 100 feet by 50 feet.
Okay, and how about the volleyball?
That one's
sand
108
pit?
by 84.
Oh wow, so they're quite big.
A lot of sand.
And what is one thing you see in yourself that is reflected in the sand zone?
Oh, honestly, I'm kind of chaotic. So I think that the chaotic play suits me.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I like Emerge too. That's chaos. My work is chaos. My play is chaos.
I'm the same way. I want to do EMT. And so, yeah, I like the chaos. I like being, I say stressed out all the time. I think it makes me work better. But
routine is dull.
Exactly. Yeah. And what sort of things you do to participate in the community?
Oh, we do things. People reach out if they want items for their fundraisers. So we provide our little baskets and gift cards for fundraisers. We took part in the local Canada Day Parade, and we won an award.
Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And how was that? Was that your first time in the parade this year?
Last time was our first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so your second time when you won? That's
Yeah,
amazing.
right.
And you kind of touched on this before, but what do you do outside of Sanzone?
Oh, I have my work at the hospital, and then my teenagers keep me busy. And yeah, so between work and home, there's not much time for anything else.
And so how do you find the balance of kind of running this and then going to your nursing job? Because that's very stressful and seems like a lot.
So I work at 0.5 in Emerge. So it's, and then the shifts that I have in Emerge, I just make sure that I have staff covering here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're kind of used to it. You kind of have it juggled out now.
Yes. Yeah. And we do lots of shift sharing here. And so lots of our staff, there's a couple of our staff that have kids, so they bring their kids to work, and the kids don't like to stay here the whole day. They get bored. So we just book them shorter shifts. And then we've got some young ladies with some disabilities, and they just bring their support workers or work independently when they can. And yeah, we always have supports for them as well.
That's amazing that you have such a great staff that are able to help you out, and then in return you can help them out. I'm sure that's like really like stress reliever for them, especially if they have kids and it's hard to find daycare, and daycare is so expensive now too. So
it is, yeah.
And so what is your favorite spot in Grande Prairie?
My favorite spot?
Yeah, like local spot, favorite restaurant, cafe, anything like that.
Well, I don't get out much. My favorite thing to do actually is just to go find a local creek and go rock hounding and fossil hunting and wade in the creek and drag my kids along and call it fun.
I'm sure they love it. When they get older, they'll appreciate it.
I'm hoping.
And then the last question I have for you is, what is the best piece of advice you've received throughout your life?
Probably don't sweat the small stuff. Like lots of things that you think is important at the time.
Yeah.
In a few years, even a few months, it's like, why was I so worried about that?
Yeah.
So
definitely easier said than done, because I think
true.
I sweat the small things, and then like the next day I'm like, oh, I was stressed for no reason.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Well, thank you guys for coming.
Of
I really
course,
appreciate it.
My name is Corbin Beck.
And can you tell us a bit about yourself?
I actually just moved up to Grande Prairie like 3 weeks ago. I came from Edmonton, just like you guys.
Oh, no way.
So I moved up here for school. Gonna do a uni transfer to be a teacher and teach them high school. I like playing basketball, hanging with my friends, and besides that, I don't really do much interesting, to be honest with you guys. But
and so are you going to stay here, or are you moving back to Edmonton?
After 2 years, so I have 2 years at the GPRC or whatever it's called here, and then I'm 2 years at U of A, so I'll move back after the first 2 years here.
Oh, wow. And how long have you been working at the Sanzone?
About 3 weeks. I started on July 3rd, so pretty fresh meat.
And so how did you get the job, like, right away?
My mom actually used to work here,
Okay.
so that was, like, the perfect in to get this job. So she moved daycares to a different one, so it kind of left, like, a perfect spot open for me to just come and fill kind of what she was doing.
Oh, that's
so
amazing.
she took my mom's job. She's a little salty, but...
And so is your family, like, originally from here?
We are from Whitecourt, Alberta, and then we've just kind of moved all over the place since then, and they've came up here 2 years ago, and I've came up like 3 weeks ago, so.
And so what inspired you to work here?
I like being around kids. I love being like some sort of role model and like helping them learn and grow up, and that's, I don't know, a passion of mine, I'd say, and especially with going into teaching, I thought it'd be a good experience and just perfect segue into starting my career.
For sure. And so have you faced any challenges since working here?
Yeah, I'd say the first day I'd say it was probably the most challenging. I just kind of didn't get like thrown into it per se, but it was probably the busiest day we've had, the most kids we've had, and probably the most troublesome kids, I'd say. So I just got kind of thrown into the mud instantly, but besides that, it's been smooth sailing.
That's good. Honestly, first day you kind of get the worst of the worst, and then it can only go up from there.
Yeah, exactly. Good way to learn what you're gonna have to do.
And what's your favorite part of working here?
Also, just hanging out with the kids, even though sometimes they are so hectic and will not stop running. They're also by far the most fun part of the job, and the only way I can wake up at 8 to get to work.
And then you kind of touched on this before, but what do you do outside of the sand zone?
Hang out with my family. I play basketball, and since I just moved here, to be honest, I don't got much to do. So every weekend I can, I'll drive up back to Edmonton, see my friends and my girlfriend and such. But just kind of hoop and sleep in a lot.
Mm-hmm. And how has your work here aided in your outside interests?
Well, for like going into teaching, it's like the perfect way to learn. Like, even if it's not like the same age group, it's still like proper ways to deal with like kids, or even like could convert that into teenagers with like how they're feeling or how to talk to them, or meeting basic needs, and like just entertaining and like making them feel, I don't know, cared for and like actually listened to. So
for sure. And so, who do you want to teach? Like, what age group would you like to teach?
Like grade 9 to 12. So yeah, just teenagers that'll hopefully listen to me if I yell at them.
And is there something that inspired you to wanting to become a teacher?
My high school social teacher, actually, Mrs. Key, inspired me to become a social teacher. Aww. Easily, by far, the best teacher I've ever had, and like just a perfect role model. So it made me want to help out the kids the same way she helped out me. Yeah.
And I know you've only been here for 3 weeks, but do you have a favorite spot here?
Probably Five Guys, I think. There's no Five Guys around Whitecourt or anything, and driving an hour and a half to Edmonton just for a burger wasn't worth it. So now I drive 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I had that the other day.
It's the best.
It really is. And then the last question I have for you is, what is the best piece of advice you've received throughout your life?
Honestly, to just like take a deep breath and just think, like, for example, like for one of the kids, like just take a deep breath and try to think about how they're feeling, or about how it like looks or seems to them. Like, even though if you think that you're in the right, just because like I'm older, I'm an adult, I'm right, but they have feelings too that got to be met. So I just take a deep breath, and it works for like practically every situation I've been in. So
I think that's very good for someone who's going to be a teacher, to have that mindset. Because I think that's very hard, especially like little kids can be something else.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. And so it's hard not to kind of get overwhelmed with them. But I think that would probably help a lot of people kind of just step back, take a breath, and then go back on your day.
Yeah, just like think about walking a mile in their shoes before you judge them for it. So
100%. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. This was fun.
So we're going to start off with, what's your name?
My name is Xander Cameron.
And can you tell us a bit about yourself?
I play a lot of video games.
What kind of video games do you play?
A lot of simulators, like Power Wash Simulator. It's quite fun.
Are you PC or console?
Bit of both.
Okay, not too bad. And how long have you worked at the Sand Zone?
About 5 weeks now.
5 weeks? Oh, so you're new at this. What inspired you to work here?
It seemed like a really fun job to help me get on my feet.
Yeah, 100%. And have you faced any challenges while working here?
Some of the kids haven't listened as well, but we ended up getting over that challenge, and they ended up listening.
That's good. Yeah, I think a lot of kids are like that. It's hard to kind of be their best friend and get them to listen. What's your favorite part of working here?
The sand.
Yeah, you get to play in a sand pit for the rest of your work shift, so that's pretty fun. And what do you do outside of the Sand Zone?
I normally help my dad work on his truck or play games.
And do you like mechanics? Or is it kind of like you're just helping your dad?
I quite enjoy mechanics. It's one of the few things I've wanted to pursue.
And so do you think you're going to?
Yeah.
Sure. I love mechanics too. I kind of suck at it though. And do you have a favorite spot in Grande Prairie?
The Frontier. It's an East Coast eatery.
Okay.
And the bison burger there is really good.
Bison burger. We're going to need to try that out. And then the last question I have for you is, what is the best piece of advice you've received throughout your life?
If you fail, keep trying, no matter how hard it may be.
Yeah, I think that's great, honestly. Thank you so much for sitting down with us.
No problem.